flowing into the actual awards, which will happen later this week, in partnership with Charlotte du Plessis, who's the founding member of the Women of Stature Foundation in South Africa, to be able to acknowledge women globally, not in South Africa, for the phenomenal work that they are doing. And I think when we look at the awards and we look at the partnerships that are intercontinental, then absolutely the summit is all about that. There's a huge amount of excitement. The ladies are presenting themselves at the highest level, wonderful collaborations, conversations that are already happening, as I say, preparing for the awards. But it is electric.
All right. Since this is a global leadership summit, how many countries are participating at the moment?
Well, I mean, just today in the training, I could count 5 countries that sat around the table. But I think, when it comes to the actual summit, we're probably going to sit with about 20 or 30 countries at least. I've seen the delegation list, and we're struggling to cut off with people still wanting to book to come to the summits. I think Africa very well represented at the summit, and of course various stakeholders from the UAE, across the United States. We've got people around the table, other parties coming in from Europe, so it would be hard to tell. I think that we'll be able to chat with you a little bit more after the summit.
All right, we'll be looking forward to that. Now, when it comes to receiving or being awarded for the achievements, whether business or innovation, leadership, etc., what is the criteria? What are you looking for?
Absolutely. So firstly, the way that women are able to get involved in this process is they are nominated by their communities. So I think it's important to realize that it's not necessarily the highest level of leadership. It's women who are leading in their communities in whichever industry they are participating in, and making a social impact and an environmental impact. So they are nominated. So we can say anybody who you recognize in your community, in your respective country, who you believe is making an impact, can be nominated. So they're not really a disqualifying criteria, except that they need to be, obviously, they need to have a registered company, they need to pass a level of fiduciary duty so that the governance elements are in place. But technically, outside of that, any woman who's leading in her respective field could be nominated for this award.
All right, so we do have Nafeesa on the other side of the stream. Nafeesa, assalamu alaikum, and tell us about your experience thus far. What is the vibe like, and just take us through it.
Walaikum Islam. Lovely to see you, Sister Shireen. Thank you for having me on my platform, on the other space, Sister Miriam. It's really nice.
All right. Seems like we've lost Nafeesa again. Shireen, what is your advice to our viewers at home, if anyone who is interested in being part of the Women of Stature next time around?
Absolutely. I mean, my first point would be to say to them, go to the Women of Stature Foundation. Find the website, find the information there, and start a conversation. There's a contact form that is available on that website. You can speak to myself or to Charlotte. You are welcome to nominate women in your country or in your city who are doing phenomenal work. And in fact, Miriam, you can nominate yourself. If you feel like you've done amazing work, there is provision made for personal nomination of self, as long as you qualify in terms of the criteria. You can participate. There's a lot of digital events that are happening online. So if you can't travel, you can still get connected with the foundation. And then obviously, if you are nominated and you elect to meet in person, the sky's the limit. What the Women of Stature Foundation does hand in glove with Hadarat Global is to give women around the world a platform to talk about what it is that they're doing, and also to secure some level of support and investment into those projects.
All right, we'll be looking forward to the events of the upcoming days, and thank you so much for your time.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for the opportunity to share with you today.
Right, that is Shireen Hunter, an experienced businesswoman with a successful 25-year track record, and also a partner of the Hadarat Global Business Innovation Leadership Summit that is taking place in Dubai. And it has started already with the training, etc., and officially starting on the 12th to the 13th of May 2022. The award ceremony will be taking place in Dubai, and Nafeesa Dangor is there as well. Unfortunately, we couldn't chat to her because of the poor connection over there, but we will catch up with Nafeesa and the other. Maybe speak to some other participants and organizers of the event. And like Shireen said, you can nominate yourself as well. Just go to Women of Stature Foundation, look for the forms, etc., the information that you need, the criteria. And you could find yourself in Dubai next year and receiving an award like many of the women who have already received those awards. You are listening to the Mid Morning Talk on Salaamedia with me, Maria Mukwanda. We will be right back.